Hi YouTube. Today I want to talk about something that a lot of us forget on a daily basis. It is something that we forget to maintain in our daily life, which is called patience. I understand that we all have our goals, whether you want to get married, whether you want to have kids, or if you're like me, you want to become profitable, you want to become successful, you want to become the best version of yourself. Some of us even want to get to the fitness level that they've always dreamed of. Here's the thing. When you are focused on that goal more than you have to, it causes you to become impatient. Impatience doesn't just wreck your path, doesn't just make it harder for you to identify the next steps to get closer to your goal. Impatience develops another emotion, another feeling. That feeling is called anger. How so? See, if you're like me, you want to win financially, and you want to reach levels of success that you've always dreamed of achieving, you're going to run into multiple people in life that have made it. You're going to ask yourself, when I say made it, they made it to the goal that you've wanted to achieve. You're going to ask yourself, why them? Why not me? They're not working as hard as I am. They're not even close to working for as hard as I am. Which, by the way, we always assume that. We don't really know what each and every individual is doing. We don't really know what situations they've been in. A lot of times they might tell you something, but it's not really the truth. I've had a friend in high school, and shout out to my boy AJ. He's been doing so good in school when we were growing up, and he always got high grades. But here's the thing about AJ. I'd always catch him playing video games. Anytime that I'd call him, anytime that I'm online, I'd catch him playing video games. And this guy was always killing it in class. Turns out he's been studying very hard. And when we grew up, when we became adults, I talked to him about it. I'm like, bro, how did you always do that, by the way? It's like, bro, did you really believe that I was just playing games and I wasn't really studying? I wasn't putting effort into classes? Later on, I found out that the guy was studying his ass off, But I do have another story for you. Speaking about finances, because I want to share with you the experiences that I've had in my life, I've met a guy. This guy, I'm not going to mention his name. Reason why I'm not going to mention his name, first and foremost, I love the dude. Love him to death. Reason why I'm not going to mention his name is because the way that we separated in life wasn't a very pleasant way, which is fine, It's not, the mistake wasn't in him, nor was it in me. Let me just check if the mic is working very quickly. Oh, the mic is working, so sorry. The issue wasn't with him, nor was it with me. We were both not ready to be friends. We were both not in the right time in life to be friends. But let's cut to the main point of this. The guy got rich on a very young age. He did. He got very wealthy. Over $1 million. I'm not gonna share exact amounts. I don't want you guys to know who I'm talking about because again, it's nothing against the dude. Love the guy. But after meeting the dude, really getting to know him the first couple of months, the first couple of weeks, he seemed like a pretty normal guy, living life normally. We all make mistakes. I'm not gonna talk about his mistakes or about mine. I'll talk about my mistakes, but not major things, like nothing like that, because these things we have to keep between us and God, and the ones that we love, whoever was in that situation. But me and him really clicked. We hung out a few times. We got to do a lot of things together, a lot of things that helped us develop, but in a very short time. After a while, I really got to see who he is. I really got to experience him, his personality, what's hidden, his characteristics. I noticed that the man didn't want to get wealthy for a good reason. He didn't. He didn't want to get wealthy to help his family out. He didn't want to get wealthy to help his brother, his father, his mother. No. Nor did he get wealthy for a malicious purpose. And we're gonna get in detail about malicious and good. And the third type, which I feel like is the worst type, because when it comes to malicious, those people make their money quick and they lose it quick. They're evil. Their destination is always the worst destination. But then we've got the people who do it for good reasons, that want to save society, want to invent something new to help people in life, elevate others. There's a third kind, which I think is the worst kind by far. The flexers. That guy wanted to get wealthy to say, I'll show him. I'll show him what I'm made out of. I'll show him what I can do. I'll prove everyone wrong that talked badly about me. It's cool when you hear it. You know, when in your brain you hear yourself telling yourself, I'm gonna show everyone that talked badly about me what I can do. I'm gonna show them that what they said about me was incorrect, and I'm gonna achieve my goals, and I'm gonna drive a Lamborghini, and I'm gonna get in a Ferrari, I'm gonna buy a nice house, and marry a beautiful woman, marry a great looking man, whichever, you know. I'm talking to both males and females in this video. What ended up happening is they achieve certain things just to show others that they've achieved it, not realizing those other people moved on. You know, I'm really sorry about the trauma that people put you through. I really am. But I really need you to understand what you're doing to yourself. What you're doing to yourself when you put yourself in that type of mindset is you're not focused on what's best for you. You're focused on what looks like it's the best for you. The guy is currently in thousands, tens of thousands of dollars in debt. May God help him, and I hope he's doing much better now. I genuinely love you, brother. I really do. I'm sorry for the way that we ended our relationship. I'm sorry for what I've done towards you, and I definitely forgive you for what you've done towards me. I really do. But tens of thousands of dollars in debt. For what? To show them that you've bought the car they told you weren't gonna buy? To prove to them that you've gotten the house that they told you you'll never get? Those people can only take one look at what you have and they'll move on. You know, a lot of times they're gonna look at you and what you have after you achieve it and be like, look at that loser. He still thinks we care. Do you want that? Do you want that for yourself? The guy that I've known, the money that he gained was more of a hardship and a test in, I'm not gonna say curse, because it's never a curse when you get a lot of money. It's a hardship and a test that he has failed. Why? Switched around cars, bought a new car every single time, crashed multiple of them. Not because he was doing anything wrong, not because he was he did not use any drugs. Again, we're not talking about any of his sins here or any of the things that he did in secret. We're talking about showing off, flexing, not using that money for good reasons, not investing it for a higher purpose, not having the mindset of, I want to get this so I can do something that helps people, or it shouldn't even help people. Something that, you know, to help your family out with. When I say people, I'm not talking about society in a bigger picture. I mean, we have to, thrive to and strive to become people that wants to help society. But what we really have to go after is, this is for a good reason. I want to help my family. I've struggled in life and I want to put myself in a better house or buy myself a nicer car because I want it. Because that's what I think, would make me happy for the short term. Because we know money doesn't make you happy for the long term. We know that, right? This guy, every time I hung out with him, I'd feel suffocated. I really would. I'd feel suffocated because all it was to him is, I got there and I'm gonna stay there to show them that I've achieved. It's always the same point. When him and I cut ties, the last few things that he told me were a little scary, you know? But again, it's about the debts, it's about, they said I wouldn't get there and I got there. These type of things. The reason why I was concerned is, till when, brother? Till when? Till when are you gonna keep doing things to please others? Till when are you gonna walk in the opposite direction to make others satisfied and happy with you? Till when? And I ask you today to calm down, slow down, take your time. I swear to God, your wealth is not running from you. Your wealth is waiting for you till what's up here is right. You know why I made this channel? I made this channel because Kinan used to drive back from work, and thank God I still work. It's not like I'm doing YouTube full time. You know, may God put me in a better place to where I can do this full time, and you know, we can earn some money off of this. We're not earning anything yet, but hey, earning isn't the main purpose. The main purpose is, when I used to drive back from work, I used to cry. I used to break down. I used to freak out and lose my mind over the fact of, why don't I have it yet? Where's my $1 million? Where's my $100,000? Where's my Lamborghini? Where's my house? Where's the life that I want? Not realizing the life that I want is there. It's waiting for me. Even though currently, thank God, I'm living a life better than a lot of people. You know, we all are. If you're able to watch this video from your phone, you're living a life better than a lot of people. The fact that you can afford this, the fact that you have internet, the fact that right now you have a shelter over your head, and I'm talking about even if you're in a car, even if you're in an apartment. I'm not telling you not to achieve. I'm not telling you not to dream high. Dream. Have achievements. With those things, you have to have purpose, and your purpose has to be the right purpose. Here's why. At a certain point, if this is not fixed, your bounty is going to come to you, even if this is not fixed. But once your bounty comes, are you going to be able to receive it? Are you going to be able to invest it? Are you going to be able to grow? Or are you going to stay in the same position but with much more wealth? Remind yourself of that. Anytime that you rush yourself. You know, rushing isn't just dangerous on your health. Stress just destroys your body. You'll develop anger. And that anger won't let you see what you have to see. It could be right in front of you, and you'll never recognize it. Those who you love, man, listen, man. When I got impatient, when I was chasing after wealth constantly, I couldn't see those around me who loved me. Those who were sacrificing on a daily basis to help me out. I couldn't notice them. I couldn't notice their actions. Just because I'm so focused on getting to where I want to get